Happy Monday. We're back. We are in trial in Georgetown this week, and Ori is motions and pleas. So I have some stuff to report to you next week. What has kind of happened in Georgetown, and I need to give you the process, but you could topic this production as continuances. So what happens is 6 weeks, 8 weeks out, almost 2 months. So we're in November. We start scheduling this in August, September, October, November, somewhere in there, 2 or 3 months. And we put together a trial roster, and that would be State versus Jimmy Richardson at the first one, second one, State versus Tanya Grant, third one, and we list all of those things out. And then on Monday, we come in there, and it is incumbent upon us to fight for number one, to say, Judge, this is number one on the trial roster. This is what we had planned on. This is what you said to do. We are ready. All the people, we've flown in these people from New York. We've brought in these people from SLED. We believed you when we put out this trial roster. And what we are trying to do there is to say, if you grant this continuance that has just been brought up at the last minute, then all of these people coming here for naught. Everybody believed this until today. So we look, sort of tacky, I guess, in it for a fight. But the reason we're doing that is because some of these cases had to wait their turn to get up to number one in this trial roster spot. Everybody knew it was number one. Jimmy would not schedule a vacation because I know when my family asked me what about November 18th? Oh boy, I can't do it then because I got a trial. That's why sometimes when you go to court, you see us in there almost red-faced fighting to make this thing go forward. It's not just to be mean-spirited. It is to say, look, all of these made-up things could have been said 3 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, but to gain a continuance, we're hearing it now. So a lot of times it gets heated. Same thing happened the week before last, which was Veterans Day, where we had a case in Ori, and we were saying, look, Judge, we've given them everything, we've done everything, and now they're coming in at the last minute saying that they want a continuance. It's almost like Wizard of Oz, and what I hope to do for you here is to pull back the curtain like Toto did. I want you to see the inner workings of what's going on. It takes us, as I've already told you, 2 months to chamber this stuff with the idea that if we chamber it now, we're working toward a trial. We are going to, and then we're going to show out and be sort of ugly when you are asked to continue it, because we have relied on this thing. I've always said to our people, you have got to go in and be ugly, even though it may be uncomfortable, because the defendant doesn't want to go to trial. Because at the end of this trial, he's going to prison, or he's going to be turned loose. A jury's going to cut him loose, or they're going to convict him. And hopefully the cases that we're putting up there are prison-worthy type cases. So he really doesn't want to be there. The defense attorney doesn't want to be there. They want to kick it down the road because an officer may be sick the next time. An officer may be gone. A witness is, if you can kick it down the road for 3 or 4 years, then, memories fade. A thing come up for the number one case was already continued in Georgetown this week. The number two case that just, I've been told, just got continued. But that first case up, there was a speedy trial motion. The defendant said, I want a speedy trial as guaranteed to me by the U.S. Constitution and Bill of Rights. Hey, you got it. Let's go. State says, we're ready for a speedy trial. Let's go with it. Well, whoa. I need a break. Now, the good thing that does for us is it nullifies your speedy trial motion. You can't come up and say, I got a speedy trial. No, you waive that because you asked for a continuance. So all of that is frustrating. It's frustrating for the victims. It's frustrating for the prosecutors because on the other side, I've been kicking them the whole time saying, get in there and fight for this time. So those guys have had to prepare as though, how about if we did students like this? If we said, you're going to have an exam on November 18th, get ready for it. There's an exam, and you study. You start studying on the 11th. You can't go to Veterans Day celebrations. You can't go to ball games because you're told that on November 18th, it's time for your exam. Only to come in and say, hey, something's not ready, we'll do it in December. Well, I can't just do it in December. I've got to re-prepare. So you may ask yourself, why is everybody red-faced? It's just a continuance. A lot of work has gone into it, the background, to prepare it. If you tell your mom, I'm going to be there for Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden a day or two before you say I'm not, well, look, the turkey got to be bought, it's got to be brined, it's got to be roasted, and it's more to it than just hey, eat that turkey. A whole thing is prepared for this. So a lot of times we put ourselves in I go back to it, it kind of looks tacky. But we're up there arguing, even though they've pretty much told you I'm going to continue it. We're arguing because those guys don't want to come back to me and say, the judge continued it. Because I'm pushing, because I've got to be responsible for the budget. Spirit's about to go bankrupt, and Jimmy will go bankrupt if he keeps flying people in from New York for nothing. So we've got all of these pressures to go forward. And when it doesn't, then we sometimes have to show out, and it may make us look bad, but that's why we do what we do. And we really want this case to go forward more than anybody, even if we're not 100% prepared, or if there is we gotta go, and it's gotta be pushed forward. And if we're not prepared, we had a month or 2 months to get prepared. So that's on us if we come in. What ends up being Peter crying wolf is to get ready and it get continued. Get ready and it get continued. Get ready. Then you are like, yeah, is it really going to go? There's got to be the pulling back. It's got to mean something. It's got to mean something to us. It's got to mean something to the defense. It's got to mean something to the judiciary. So I don't know. We'll probably end up trying something further down the list in Georgetown, but the top 2 cases have been continued. So we'll see where it goes from there. Anyway, maybe your week will go better than mine. I hope it does. And we'll get back together and tell you if anything did catch on next Monday.